Lee kicks to Freak. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Freak's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that.
And so here's Kansas. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. We've got Hudson. He's out there with Turner. Doherty out there with Edwards. And it's Thornton in at the 2-guard.
And Freak has really come out blazing here in the first half. Absolutely imposing his will on the opponent.
And, Greg, that's what great college players do. I mean, they control the game and really make the opposing defenses adjust to them.
And for Kansas, Freak, he's in at center. Frazier is out there with Oubre, and it's Lee in at the 1 spot. And here's Edwards. Passes it to Turner. Here's Doherty. And it's Turner off the drive. Connects on the 9-footer. Lee with the ball. Dishes it to Jenkins. To the middle. Here's Freak. Texas grabs the miss.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Edwards against Lee. Here's Turner. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Turner's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
Pass to Doherty. Kicks it to Hudson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Well, on the topic of Wilt Chamberlain's draft was under that territorial right, which was why he wasn't first overall. But if you add him to the list, that would make 3 total Jayhawks taken number 1, Greg.
Yeah, along with Danny Manning and also...
And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. His play in the second half of this game, critical.
So on the floor for Texas, Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty. Then it's Turner. And it's Ford in at the 4. Lee outside.
Move the ball.
He dishes it to Freak. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game. Texas trails by 10. Now Edwards. To the paint. Here's Turner. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Turner's got 8 points.
Very high-quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
Lee dishes to Oubre. Inside. Here's Freak. This is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw good. Freak. The Texas Longhorns have been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
Davis is checked in for the Longhorns. Richmond comes in for Ellis. Davis with a screen on Lee. Pass to Doherty. Uncovered. The shot is off. And Kansas the other way now. Duncan kicks to Lee. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. And he gets it to go. 13 points for Freak.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Davis sets a screen. Davis sets a screen. To the paint, up off the screen.
Julius Davis.
He lays it in.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Freak with it, picked up by Davis. Oubre passes to Freak, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Freak's got the lead up to 11 now for the Jayhawks.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Davis sets a screen. And Doherty kicks to Richmond. Right wing. Edwards against Lee. Davis sets a screen. Here's Edwards off the screen, and it's Davis laying it in. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
Okay, that's more like it. A nice job here in the second. I mean, their field goal percentage is way up compared to what they did in the first half, where they shot a very low percentage. It actually was just above 30%.
Platoon swap here for Kansas. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak in at center. Oubre out there with Duncan. And it's Lee in at the point. There's a screen. Edwards passes to Ford. To the inside, Turner. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Freak. He's got 17 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
.152 left here in the second half of the game. Now the dish to Ford. He kicks it to Turner. That's tipped. Now here's Lee.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Down low. And it's Freak missing. Texas trails by 9. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
Now the feed to Oubre. Turner with the steal.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
Feeds it to Ford. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Freak. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Jayhawks.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
He's perfect from the line this time.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
50 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Duncan kicks to Freak. That's good. And Kansas leads by 6.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Here's Turner. Texas no good that time either.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Here's Lee, and they go to the intentional foul. And so they foul intentionally. And no problem there in the first free throw. 1-on-1 situation, so he'll get another. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. 30 seconds left in the game. Now the pass to Ford. High post try. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
And so the Jayhawks take the win. And in the win, Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's Arizona taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
A look at Arizona's starting group. We've got Johnson. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Lewis in at the 5 spot. There's the dish to Oubre. Here's Freak. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Now Arizona with it. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Duncan. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Lee. Freak's got his second bucket.
And, Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent. to get.
Oubre with it. Now Lawson defending. To the middle. Puts up the baby hook. And Freak with a nice bucket inside. Freak's got 6.
And with Arizona, you know they are going to be competitive year in and year out. They do a great job of recruiting, and they always seem to field a team ready to make a deep run in the tournament. Just a very consistent program.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Lee kicks to Freak. And he gets the bucket. 8 points for him.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Will it go? And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
There's the screen. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
Boy, did they ever make a...
Freak in at center. Oubre out there at Frazier. And it's Lee in at the 1. Lewis attacking. And that one is hammered home.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Taking a look at Arizona. We've got Hollis Jefferson. He's out there with Ewing, and it's Lewis in at the 5.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
On the free throw, no good. Mitchell, he's checked in for Ewing.
Really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Lee kicks to Freak. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Jayhawks leading by 3. Now Jenkins. Lee dishes to Freak. Stolen by Mitchell. Lawson's against Lee. Lawson the pass to Mitchell. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Lewis down low. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lewis has got 6 points.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Lee kicks to Jenkins. To the inside. And Freak gets it. To go on the assist by Jenkins. And it's 13 points for Freak.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
And the Jayhawks with possession. It's a 3-point game. Shot is off.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
It's hauled in by Frazier.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Stolen by Lewis. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lawson with it. He's picked up by Jenkins. Lawson outside. Lee against Landry. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, way to attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets...
Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Freak, he's in at center. Duncan is out there with Oubre, and it's Lee in at the point. And for Arizona, they've got Mitchell. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the point.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas. And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Mitchell, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Lee kicks to Oubre inside, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Some changes for Kansas. Dedmon's checked in, and Daniels subbed in for Duncan. Here's Goodwin. They set the screen. Carter kicks to Goodwin. Johnson outside. Dishes to Carter. 5 on the clock. Arizona needs to get off a shot. Here's Goodwin. Tries again. That's into the Jayhawks' lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Roberts.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
And here's Arizona now. Feeds to Goodwin. Back to Johnson. Carter on the wing. Arizona moving the ball around. Here's Mitchell. Misses off the right iron. Lee dishes to Dedmon. To the paint. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Daniels. 17 points for Freak.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's Arizona now, trailing by 2. Freak in at center. And it's Terry in at the power forward.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
And there's the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. Oubre's checked in. Lawson with it. Lewis on the wing to take the lead. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Lewis has got the lead up to 2 now for Arizona.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
There's Freak. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
1:56 left in the second half. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
I really thought they did a better job, a much better job of getting it inside in the first half. They got to get back to throwing it in the paint more here in the second.
Duncan right side. Inside, there's Freak. Shot is off. Good D by Johnson. 1:39 left in the second half of basketball. Lewis against Terry. Lewis misses. Duncan left side. And it's blocked. Here's Lawson. He kicks it to Lewis. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Lee outside. Here's Terry. The shot is off. So Arizona will take it the other way. There's a minute left here in the second half of the game. And the pass to Lewis.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
And here's Lee. Here's Freak. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Johnson kicks to Lawson. Pass to Lewis. Out left to the wing. Terry the pass to Lee. Inside. Deflects the pass. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he commits the intentional foul. And that misses, and no second shot coming to him this time. So Arizona wins it. This win, such a tremendous emotion. Welcome, everyone. It's the night we've all been waiting for. The college tournament finale is upon us. And for two teams, this marks the end of an incredible journey. And the energy is contagious here in the building. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
You've got that right. I mean, this is what each student athlete has worked so hard for all season long. An opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance. But now, this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Kaminsky. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the power forward.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
The Jayhawks shooting their first free throw tonight. Now Hill. There's the pass to Hawkins. There's the screen. The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Good on the triple. Kaminsky's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Assisted by Brett Hawkins.
On defense, Wisconsin. Lee dishes to Duncan. Inside, there's Freak. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. And it's 7 points for Freak.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Craig, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Lee kicks to Oubre. Down low, it's stolen by Kaminsky. Now, here's Decker, covered by Lee. Now, here's Decker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Decker's got his first bucket of the night.
That's a nice drive there, Kevin. He beat the lone defender and was wide open under the hoop.
Hooked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. The Badgers leading by platoon swap here for Kansas. And Wisconsin going with almost an entirely new group here. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak in at center. Oubre out there with Frazier. And it's Jenkins in at the 2-guard position.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Hawkins with it. He's picked up by Lee. Here's Walker. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
This guy is a high flyer, I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
To the inside, there's Freak. Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Freak's got 9.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports. So it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Peyton, he's checked in for Hill. He hits both from the stripe. Kansas trails by 9. To the inside. It's tipped. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Pass to Hawkins. Another shot, and Kaminsky lays it up and in. Kaminsky's got 5 points so far.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow. Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Decker's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Jenkins the pass to Lee. Oubre kicks to Freak. Poked away. It's stolen by Kaminsky. 43 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Decker dishes to Payton. The Badgers working the ball around now. Payton with a screen on Lee. Hawkins against Frazier. Clock at 6. Hawkins with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Decker. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Wisconsin leads by 13. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the second half. Just one half of basketball left to determine this year's college basketball championship team. And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And not exactly the start they were looking for, but there's still a lot of basketball left. You have to think they'll be mixing things up a little bit in terms of adjustments.
Well, Greg, I tell you what, the hole is deep, and if they want to hoist that trophy at the end of the game, they've got to get more from their star player, Freak. He's got to take over.
And Wisconsin, looking at who they've got. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky. Then it's Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4 spot. Now, here's Decker. 6 points for him. Lee with the block. And so it looks like the Badgers will retain possession here. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Fisher. He feeds it to Decker. Dishes it to Fisher. Pass to Dawkins. Goes up at the stripe. That is good. And Wisconsin leads by 17.
You know, a good job by the defender of not getting fooled by the step back, but he still got the shot to fall.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
And here's Hawkins. Payton outside. Passes it to Decker. He kicks to Kaminsky. Can't get it to go. And Kansas the other way now. And now here's Lee. The fast break opportunity. Freak, he's in at center. And it's Daniels in at the 2. The Badgers leading by 17. Hawkins with it. He's picked up by Lee. Lee against Hawkins. Payton right side. The pass to Hawkins. Shot clock at 6. Dawkins kicks to Decker. To the left wing. It's stolen. Now here's Freak, covered by Payton.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
And the Badgers with some changes. Wade, he's checked in for Kaminsky. For Dawkins, and it's Hill in for Payton. He's off on the second. And the Badgers with possession here. Here's Hill. There's a screen. There's a minute 47 left here in the second half of the game. They grab their own miss and count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line. There's 10 seconds left to play in the second half. Now Conley. So it's Wisconsin picking up the win. And what an incredible feeling it is for a team who's had to fight every step of the way. Right now, guys, there is no better feeling for them as they are the...
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the queen mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing, Mr. P?
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time, and I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking environment, I love it, freaking environment. This freaking environment thing you do when you get hot, freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in line, so.
Cece, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
No, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's a plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, freak. Listen, In life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, Freak, I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but that was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game. But bam! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Well, maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is, you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But, Freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys should talk.
Pete, what if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we work for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we work so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This
You're
is
not
his life.
listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. It's all right. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You gotta listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with y'all.
It's not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know what? But it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse
You don't
me?
even
Wait,
know
Freak,
that.
you still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
It's none of
Close
my
your
business.
eyes.
Yes, manager.
Can I just interrupt
Your tone.
for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak. But you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder. I'm talking first overall. Listen to me. This is what I do. I am the best at what I do.
You have had
Nobody
your
is
30
better.
seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just need to
Pagnotti,
understand.
Would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Cece go through this contract front to back. I'm going to think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete.
Yeah, Mark was the clerk, and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that it was true. It happened to me.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the ninth pick in the NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas. With the 12th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Trey Lyles. With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select the big man from the University of Kansas.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibrations. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Ma. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I'd like to thank my lady Yvette, my dude Vig.
Hey, yo, I got you, man. Hey, hold him in the building all day, yo.
Right.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you in town.
Man, he's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who was also my manager. Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You're the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the nickname Freak?
A lot of people don't know this, but Freak is short for my very first nickname, Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah, true story. I like to introduce our mother so she could tell it. Go ahead. Get her, Mama.
Tell her, Mama.
Come on.
Go get her, Mom.
Thank you, everyone. Frequency and Cece are fraternal twins. And so when I was pregnant, one of them kept kicking and jumping around all the time. So my husband, Pete, put headphones on my belly and played reggae music.
Hence the name Frequency Vibrations.
We shortened it to Freak.
How did you know who was kicking?
A mother knows. A mother always knows.
Are you ready for a photo op?
Yes. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next NBA superstar, Frequency Vibrations.
Go ahead, son.
Thank you all for coming. We will be available for one-on-ones in the back. Good job. Well done.
Congratulations, son.
TV postseason. We have a 2K TV interactive special with tons of VC on the line and
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, We have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
Here we go, my first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
A look at the east over downtown Phoenix, Arizona, still glowing in the evening twilight. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan alongside off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of this young man. He's worked so hard to achieve this goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years to come.
On the floor for Dallas, Powell is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then it's Matthews. Then it's Felton in at the point. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Wesley Matthews on the wing. The second chance effort. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw, good. Matthews. The Suns making a switch here. Both free throws good from Matthews.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
And here is Knight. Freak. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here. The Suns have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And there you have it, folks. The very first NBA bucket from Freak.
And a scrappy one, but he'll take it. It doesn't matter how you get those first points in the NBA. It just matters that you get them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there will be plenty of chances to create spectacular highlights in the years to come for this young man. But right now, he just wants those first points.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Mavericks lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Check it out.
Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective from most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court?
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Mavericks?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And they've also gotten a big boost in the early going tonight with their productivity at the free throw line. Really a sign of aggression.
Freak, he's in at center. Brandon Knight is out there with Ronnie Price. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Lure in at the power forward position. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And Parsons kicks to Felton. Outside Matthews. 6 to shoot. McGee a screen. Matthews into the lane. And the layup's good off the glass. Matthews has got the lead back up to 4 now for Dallas.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
Knight kicks to Freak. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And, Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
A nice shot by Booker.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Barea kicks to Pachulia. Pass to Nowitzki. From 11 feet away. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
And their field goal percentage shows that, over 60 now. Tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And he gets it to go. Pachulia's got his first bucket of the night.
What a tremendous feed from Williams. Great awareness.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
The Suns had a lot of really good guards last year.
And so we conclude the first half. It's Dallas. They lead by 11. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
All right.
Hey, fellas, let's go over what happened in the first half. It wasn't what we had in mind, but there's plenty of time to get things straightened out. The first thing is that we've done nice work immediately attacking whenever they forced a turnover. That approach has to stay the same in half number 2 because the points are never going to come any simpler than that. We also need better communication out there. There was some confusion between you guys a few times. Talk to each other. I know we're down, but I don't want that to dictate the speed we run our offense at. Good shots are the priority, not quick shots. We're facing a team that does a lot of things well. No surprise they gave us problems in the first half. Now it's our turn to show them what we do well.
And now, your Suns.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that... In for Len, and Goodwin subbed in for Warren. Suns trail by 12. On the floor for Dallas. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spot. Matthews out there with Darren Williams, and it's Pachulia in at the center.
You know, guys, coaching in the NBA is not for the faint of heart. Very little job security. I mean, in essence, you get hired to be fired.
You got them, right?
Let's face it, it's hard to make a bunch of millionaires do what you tell them to when they might be around longer than you will.
And speaking of coaching, sometimes you'll hear that the coach lost the team. When that happens, is that it, Clark? What's your read on that?
You know, I don't quite buy that. I think it's really rare. Winning can cover up a lot of things, and ultimately it does come down to that, being able to smooth out the rough spots, and winning is the best elixir for that.
The Suns have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And that one's good. Free.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
Williams against Bledsoe. To the middle. Here's Pachulia. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Pachulia's got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs. Suns have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin. And the Mavericks with possession here. Here's Nowitzki. Teletovic grabs the board. Teletovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bledsoe kicks to Freak. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Freak's got 12.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Williams against Bledsoe. Williams kicks to Pachulia. That's good. Pachulia's got 9 points now in just the second half.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
Parsons for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Suns trail by 12. Bledsoe dishes to Freak. Here's Goodwin. And the layup is good. Goodwin's got 11 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Bledsoe passes to Freak. And Pachulia pulls it down. Mavericks leading by 12. They set the pick. Outside Williams. Matthews goes in. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 14 points for Wesley Matthews.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Bledsoe kicks to Freak. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage.
And for the Suns, Freak comes in for Chandler. And it's Archie Goodwin in for Brandon Knight. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Parsons.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Deron Williams. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Freak in at center. John Lure's out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Ronnie Price, and it's Goodwin in at the 2. That's who's out there for Phoenix. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Harris dishes to Powell. Stolen by Tucker. Price outside. Kicks it to Freak. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here is Felton. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now we'll head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's not too far away. EJ?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Darren Williams. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed. Let's go to Shaq. What can you say about his performance?
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
He set his teammates up with the tune of 12 assists. He's got such great court vision, and tonight he was seeing the whole court very clearly.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.